Today we're comparing two of the big A's in the EDC game. We got Alpaka Gear and Aer, the Bravo backpack versus the City Pack Pro 2. We're going to compare and see which one's right for you, so let's dive right straight into it. So let's start with the Alpaka Bravo backpack. This one comes in at 23 litres. It fits up to a 16-inch laptop and has a built-in key tether mod in the front compartment. The fold down flap gives you quick access to your tech gear, and you've got dual water bottle pockets that can handle up to a 26-ounce bottle. On top of that, you're getting YKK AquaGuard zippers, water resistant fabric, and modular add-ons like the alpaca slings or the hub accessories, which are sold separately. The Aer City Pack Pro 2, this bag is built with a 1680D Cordura ballistic nylon, making it extra tough with YKK zippers and a lightweight ripstop liner. Inside you've got a lay flat main compartment that packs like a suitcase, fits up to a 16-inch laptop sleeve as well, and exterior water bottle pockets, a luggage pass-through, and quick access top pocket, which this one doesn't have. So the reason for the comparison is that both bags are really similar in size. The Aer City Pack Pro 2 comes in at 24 litres, just 1 litre bigger than the Alpaka Bravo backpack. Dimension wise, they're nearly identical, with the Aer being about an inch taller and wider. Weight wise, the Aer is 0.1 kilograms heavier, which is not a big deal, but it does feel thicker and more rugged thanks to its ballistic nylon. So to put these side by side, you can see that it does stand as well on its own, but they almost look identical just at first glance. From the side profile at least, the shape, structure are very similar, and even the front does have the same streamlined look. The main difference is going to be just the organisation, that the Aer has a few more compartments which gives you extra storage and organisation compared to the Bravo backpack. Both bags do feature AquaGuard zippers, but on the Aer some of the zippers at the front aren't AquaGuard, but the laptop compartment is protected at the back here, while on the Bravo backpack you get double AquaGuard zippers everywhere. So one thing to note, the zipper pulls on both bags are actually at really good length and they make it easy to grip, but on the Bravo backpack, the cord that they use sometimes slip through the small gap and it actually comes off. So it's pretty annoying and I had to fix it multiple times. You can fix it yourself, maybe with a tool to press this down and tighten that little gap that it seeps through when you pull it in this direction. This is something that maybe the manufacturer can sort out for better improvements next time, or you could do it yourself. Turning to the back of these backpacks, the Aer does have a wider strap which does cover more surface area across your chest, making it a bit more comfortable over longer periods. The Alpaka, on the other hand, has straps that have more of a curve that contour to your body, which does feel a bit nice too. Ultimately, it depends on your body type. For me, since I'm a bit bigger in the upper body, the Aer fits just a bit better. That doesn't dig in at all. The Bravo's thinner straps can dig in slightly on the sides, but I'll get more into that later on when I show you the on-body look. The Bravo straps have plenty of adjustment points that you can see. That is sort of separated with attachment loops, which is great for customization. The Aer's attachment points are right here. It's a bit high on the shoulders actually when you have it on body, so they might not be ideal for everyone. Both bags do come with magnetic chest straps that are also included, and it's very easily removable as well, so nothing too much to say about that. Both bags do feature a luggage pass-through. The Aer sits a bit more flush down in the center thanks to that Velcro strap in the middle here. That makes it a bit more flush and clean, which is quite thoughtful. But on the Bravo, it does sit a bit loose with no fixture in place, so you just have to be careful that this doesn't accidentally catch into something, but shouldn't be a problem anyways. And then onto the back padding, these both backpacks have, it is quite generous back here that there is a lot of padding on the Aer here, and it does provide good ventilation. The Aer's padding is softer while the Bravo is a bit more firmer. Personally, I find the Aer just to be a bit more comfortable, and it does have a wider width to it that sits a bit more comfortable on your back compared to the Bravo backpack. On the Bravo backpack, there is a hidden compartment which Aer doesn't have. This is a big plus for me, or just for anyone. I really like when a backpack includes this feature. If Aer had something similar, then it would have been perfect. For anyone who likes an extra peace of mind when traveling, this just comes in super handy and it's definitely a win. So of course this backpack is loaded because I've been using this, and I do have my little pouch in here that I like to just keep back here. So you do get a good amount of space right in here along this. So moving on to the front compartments, I'm just going to show it quite quickly here, and just to demonstrate it, the little differences real quick. So on the front of the Aer, you got this bottom section right here that you can utilize and store all your miscellaneous items in here. Down in this side, it is built in with a key attachment right here that you can use and utilize. Grey lining inside, and then at the top here you do have this upper section here, and you do get 2 open pockets up here and a separate compartment right here just behind those pockets that you can store. And then you do have additional space just down here that you want to put something across the ways that you can use. So the Aer is split into 2 sections and 2 compartments, while in the Bravo you do have it all in just the one place. So that's probably one of the differences right there. On the Bravo backpack, sorry that there might be a lot of stuff in here, but I'll do my best to show you. You do have this upper area here that gives you a bit more space that you might not see, but you do get 2 open pockets like this Aer City Pack Pro, but you do get 2 pen pockets that you can use to put a stylus or pens here, and then I just have additional cables here. Then on the flap side, you do have just a sunglasses compartment that has a nice mesh material right here that's nice and light, and just the lining back here, the grey lining as well. So yeah, little section up here, it is about half the size of it. And then you do have this lower end down here where you can store all your stuff, and it goes right down to the bottom. So I just have a towel here, some wipes and some other wipes, and a hard drive in here. So that's what I have in here at the moment, and it does hold things perfectly fine for me. Now, one thing to say about the Aer and the drawback for this compartment is that while the main compartment is open, if the front section is also open as well, then the front pockets can easily fall out. It's not a huge deal, but it can get quite annoying when you're grabbing things quickly and you accidentally keep this pocket open. Everything just tends to just fall out and slip through. So if I have this all opened up and opened across the waist, your hard drive or whatever you have in these pockets just all fall out if I have this pocket accidentally open. So that's annoying, but I never had this issue with this because of the way this one is top down entry. So that's just something to keep in mind. With the main compartment on the Aer City Pack Pro, this bag does open 180 degrees. And you can see that when you get it fully opened, you do get such a wild range of view. On the flap side, you do get 2 additional pockets. You get this mesh pocket up here. I've done this all in the review, which you could check for a bit more in depth. But 2 pockets up here, and you do get the main central area right here at the back. And then you do get the sleeve at the back to hold additional items in here. But that's pretty much it. You just get the central area that you want to use to store all your main items in here. Now on the Bravo backpack, it does open more traditionally from the top, about halfway down. And you still get a good amount of depth, though slightly less than the Aer. On the flap side, there is some sunglasses compartment right here again. Something for delicate items that you can store in here, and it does just take about halfway of the top here. This one doesn't have the little holes as the one in the front compartment, but this one's a nice soft lining as well. And then you can see that I do have a sling in here also, and then a tech case. So the reason why I have these 2 stacked against each other is just because I'm too lazy to unpack and unload this. And sometimes I might leave my backpack to the side and just carry this. Yeah, I'm just too lazy to take out everything and stick it in the main areas that it needs to go. So just to keep it simple. And then yeah, you do have laptop sleeve at the back, fleece lining, and it does have a bit of give as well at the sides, accordion style, to give a thicker laptop more room in here. So 16-inch it can fit up to, and then you do have a separate mesh compartment right here, and you get to see that it does have the little holes here that you can see through. So nice little space here, and then you do have the fully depth of the bag in here that goes all the way to the bottom. So as you can see and demonstrate, I could just show you this and show you this. Fits nicely in here, perfectly fine, and I still have a bit more room to store additional items that I want to carry in here as well, just at the top. So here's a water bottle test. This is the Lark 1 litre water bottle, and it fits nicely in here too. So this is my current setup that I use. I might put a plastic bag in here for groceries, but at the moment, yeah, just use it for a water bottle. Here's the Aer, same pocket. This one fits a bit more snug. You can see that here do you have more grip here as well. Good grip and good height to secure the bottle down. So I do want to also mention that on the Aer, it does have its own separate laptop sleeve and compartment at the back here. So this does take up extra room, but you do get that nice Cordura fleece material back here and a nice padded laptop sleeve and a little section to house all your cables and your plugs. On the Bravo backpack, it doesn't have a separate compartment like this, and it's all in that main compartment. So this one does have its own separate dedicated laptop sleeve and section where it's well padded at the front and nicely padded at the front to protect your valuable gear, which is what you want as well. And it does have a bit of a false bottom, not a lot, but you do just have a little. So here's the on-body look of the Aer City Pack Pro 2. It does sit more comfortable than the Bravo in my opinion. The only issue is with the straps. I do feel like it is a bit quite short. I don't know if it's just me, but this backpack does sit relatively quite high. Look, if I do strap it tight, it does sit so high. And you can see that these attachment points right here are way up here where my shoulder is. So if I can't even look down to see and grab and remove if I have something attached here. The chest strap does sit right where the chest is, I guess, but these attachment straps sit quite back in my opinion. It does sit overall comfortable though, especially like when it's loaded and quite heavy. It does feel very snug as well though. The buckles don't eat into my side because it is a bit separated from the base of the strap here, so it doesn't dig into my sides. So here's the on-body look of the Bravo backpack. I actually find this to be less comfortable than the City Pack Pro 2. The straps is also a bit just on the shorter side, and when I tighten them all together you can see that they sort of dig into the sides, especially where the buckle is right here is digging into the side of my chest, and it actually does cut off a bit of the circulation, which I find which I've honestly never experienced on a backpack before. And after a while I feel my chest and my arms are quite actually fatigued. So it is all tightened down at the moment, and it does just sit a bit better and not exactly too high like the Aer, but I just feel with the way that the strap is tapered down, it gets thinner and it gets a bit more sharper on the sides here. It does feel just a bit more uncomfortable in my opinion, at least for my body type. It could be different from you guys, but yeah, I can't wear this exactly too long, especially when it's so heavy as well with the laptop and the water bottle. So for me, in terms of on-body comfort, I gotta give it to the Aer for this one. Let's talk about pricing, size and colour. The Bravo backpack that we have here is at £129 here in the UK, available in 3 colours: black, green and moonlight blue, in a 400D Axoflux fabric. And the Aer City Pro 2 is priced higher at £209, and it also comes in 3 colours: black, navy and olive. Now price is the biggest factor. Most of us want to get the best value possible without overspending. For the average person, like myself included, keeping costs low while maximizing features is important, and in that sense the Bravo backpack really does hold its ground. At nearly £80 less, it still matches the Aer in most areas. 23 litres versus a 24 litres, only in 0.1 kilograms lighter as well. The differences are quite small. Now that said, the Aer does justify its higher price with premium touches. You get 1680 ballistic nylon exterior, Duraflex hardware, Blue Sign approved materials, and that signature luggage style flat lay opening. Their design language is very consistent across their lineup, and the brand itself has a strong reputation for durability and quality. So while it costs a bit more, you're also investing into something that's built to last for years. It's not to say that the Alpaka Gear can't last just as long. Of course, with this exterior, you will have that durability to possibly or buy you some more time compared to this if you're someone that does beat up these backpacks quite regularly or daily. I mean, if you're already a fan of Alpaka's ecosystem, the Bravo makes perfect sense. It's affordable, modular, and still very capable as an everyday carry bag. Plus, if you actually want to save a bit more, I'll leave my discount code down below for 15% off, which helps you and supports the channel also. But if you're okay with spending the extra £80, the City Pack Pro 2 is, in my opinion, the better long-term investment. It's more comfortable on body, more durable, and I personally prefer that flat lay opening style for quick access to everything. For me, I'll pick the Aer over Bravo, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the Bravo is still an excellent choice for that price. Hopefully this gave you a closer look at the Bravo backpack by Alpaka Gear and City Pack Pro 2 by Aer. At the end of the day, both of these backpacks do what I need them to do, but for me personally it does really just come down to comfort. Since this is my everyday carry, I usually pack it quite heavy, as you can see, because I'm just a bit lazy, and with the water bottle and the laptop it gets actually quite heavy. Yeah, this is the bag I'm using daily. I'm just using the Bravo backpack at the moment. I'm just still feeling it out thoroughly and trying to see if it's perfect for me or not, but so far I do prefer the Aer over the Bravo. But yeah, so if I missed anything and if you've got more questions about either of these packs, drop them in the comments below. I'm quite active down there and happy to keep the conversation going down there. Let me know which one you go for, or if there's any other another backpack you'd like me to compare to next. Let me know. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you find this helpful. If you actually want to check out my full review of the Aer City Pack Pro 2, have a closer look into it, and I'll link it up in the screen or on the top corner for you to check out. And yeah, I do have a bit more in-depth showcase of this backpack for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.